Hello, welcome back to another Doctor Who related video. In today's Doctor Who related video, we're doing a good old fashioned collection update where I show you all the lovely bits of Doctor Who merchandise I've picked up from January to now. So we've got a wide variety of merch. We've got books, magazines, a Blu-ray, figures, and of course, Big Finish, because a collection update by me without any Big Finish would just be wrong, because of course we have Big Finish. So if you're new around here, then please do consider hitting that subscribe button and like the video, because it really helps me out. And yeah, let's dive into the collection update. Kicking off this collection update with the first item, you might be wondering, where is it? It is this lovely cricket jumper from Next. I know that it's not accurate to any of the Fifth Doctor's actual cricket jumpers. I mean, it does kind of look a bit close to the season 21 one, and I saw it and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get me a cricket jumper, and here we go. This is me modelling the cricket jumper. It's very snazzy. I like it. So yeah, it makes me feel like the Fifth Doctor, and you know what? I'm gonna eat some celery now. So yeah, cricket jumper, very snazzy. Gets a thumbs up from me.
Next up, we have magazines. As you can see, we have the lovely Seaboy Doctor Who magazine, the most recent one. I did pick up the Fifth Doctor one as well. As you can see, I'll put a photo on now, modelling the cricket jumper, and the magazine makes for a nice little photo shoot thing. So yeah, it's great to have the new redesigned Sea Devil on the cover, which I'm really looking forward to Legend of the Sea Devils. Because I'm a big fan of the Sea Devils, and it comes with a lovely little bonus, which is Doctor Who discovers pirates, which is a sort of, I guess, a little reference to the Doctor Who Discover books. I don't have any of the Doctor Who Discover books, so this is my first real taste at these, but it's a really nice little put together little book and a great little freebie for the magazine. I really do like it. So I look forward to sitting down and reading that, because that is a really nice little addition. Continuing with the magazines, we have Doctor Who Chronicles 2007. Now, this is the first Doctor Who Chronicles magazine I've picked up. I saw it in WH Smith and I was flicking through it and I was like, you know what, I'm going to buy it. Obviously, I bought it because here it is in this collection update, but I was flicking through and I just got a wave of nostalgia just looking at all the sort of merchandise, because it covers sort of the figures. Hopefully I'll get to it, but it covers, Big Finish as well for the Lucy Miller stuff, so it's all really cool stuff. The Doctor Who DVDs, but 2007 was one of the biggest years for the Doctor Who DVD line. It's just really fascinating stuff, and you can see it covers all the figures, what were released to coincide with series 3. It's all brilliant stuff, and the Doctor Who books themselves, what were coming out. And this is where I get massive nostalgia. Just look at that, Woolworths Doctor Who DVDs for £8.97. It's crazy. These were the good old days. Some of these pyjamas I actually had. And of course, Doctor Who pants and Doctor Who Froobs. My God, if you had Doctor Who Froobs in your lunchbox, you were the king. You were royalty. So yeah, this is. I just get such a nostalgia looking at it. So it's a great little time capsule of 2007 Doctor Who merch and Doctor Who in general, really, for Series 3. So yeah, I'm really glad I picked this up, because boy, it made me feel really nostalgic, and hey, I love nostalgia. The next item is a bit of a Doctor Who oddity. It is the Doctor Who cookbook. Yeah, very snazzy cover. Thanks to Mel, I am now the proud owner of the Doctor Who cookbook. One of the most bizarre bits of Doctor Who merchandise I have in my collection, but you know what? I'm very grateful to have it. It's very exciting, and hopefully in the next couple of weeks I'll be able to do a recipe from it, and we can do a little cook along video. That'll be cool. So that'll be cool. Got a jumper with there, very on brand there, looking very snazzy, with courgette soup. The illustrations are really good within this book. I really do like them. They're very nice. Got Richard Hurnell there, Verita Lambert, the Kipper of Traken. Some of the recipes are very 80s. Good old Sea Devil there, very cool. Somebody mentioned for Marcy. it's great. I can't wait to sort of dive in and take a look at some of these recipes and film them and upload them. So that'll be a nice little fun series. So yeah, Doctor Who cookbook series coming very soon. Looking forward to doing that. But yeah, the Doctor Who cookbook. Nice little oddity. We have a singular Blu-ray release, which is a Doctor Who steelbook, which is Doctor Who Flux. I've got it in a steelbook protector, if you're wondering. Really enjoyed Flux. Probably my favourite Jodie Whittaker season. It's going to be interesting how they're going to do either the Daleks, Legend of the Sea Devils, and the Centenary Special. Whether it's going to be in its own little steelbook or going to have to buy them separately. Hopefully it's in its own steelbook so we can complete the Doctor Who steelbook lineup. But yeah, Doctor Who Flux there on steelbook. Yeah, really enjoyed it. War of the Sontarans is probably my favourite
of Flux. It's a good solid season. I really did enjoy it. So yeah, that is the Flux Steelbook. Great artwork as well, very stunning. Next up we have some Doctor Who figures. So when I was on the quest for the K1 Robot set in January, I did stumble across the History of the Daleks set 8, the Planet of the Daleks one with the 2 gunmetal grey drones. As you know, I love me some Pertwee Daleks, and I love the gunmetal grey Daleks. They're my favourite Daleks. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to buy a second one of these because they're classic Daleks with mutant reveal features. I've done a full review on this set, like all the figures I'm going to show in this collection update, so I couldn't really pass on the option of getting another one because I just think they look really cool on the box, and I'm not a person who likes to keep figures in the box, but there are exceptions. I think that this is really cool, and I love me some mutant reveal Daleks, so yeah, that's really cool. Speaking of the K1 Robot set, we do have the robot set there. We've got the 4th Doctor there and Mr. K1 there. Very nice set, really do love it. I think the Doctor Who figures for this year so far, with the only 2 sets we've had, are great, really love them. The 4th Doctor for me is the definitive sort of 4th Doctor figure in a way. He's just really great. I love the sort of bright coloured jacket. It's just wonderful, and the trousers been way more updated with that lovely mottled speckled effect. It is a gorgeous figure. I do love him. And of course K1, one of my favourite figures, character options I've ever done, with the new metallic paint taps. And of course there is a variant of the K1 robot which I've done a video of. I'll leave a link in the description below to that video and my Doctor Who figure review playlist, so you can check out the reviews on these figures. But yeah, great. Now, one of the surprising figure sets of the year so far. I'm sure we've got plenty more surprises to come later on in the year. We did have the Warriors of the Deep set featuring 3 Silurians from Warriors of the Deep: Iktar, Skibbous and Tarpok. There they are, and they are some of the best figures character options have produced in a long time. I love them. I think they're absolutely brilliant, and to finally have a classic Silurian in the Doctor Who figure line, it is amazing. Granted, it's not the Silurians we wanted, but you know what, I'll take it. It adds life to the 5th Doctor shelf, and you know, the detail is really stunning. I love them, they're great. Just look at that, the Doctor Who figures of this year so far. We're off to a real strong start, I feel, and I feel like it's only going to get better. The main bulk of this collection update is of course Big Finish. So kicking off the Big Finish side of this collection update, we have 5th Doctor 40, celebrating 40 years of the 5th Doctor. So we've got 2 stories within it. We've got the Secrets of Telos, which is essentially the Tomb of the Cybermen parts 5 to 8, which is probably the strongest of the 2 stories within the box set. The first 2 episodes are really great atmospheric story, but then it sort of loses itself in the second half. And then we have the God of War, which is the Ice Warriors story, which yeah, I think it's okay. It's all right. It's good, but nothing too special. But yeah, I'm very intrigued to see where this is going, because you've got the 5th Doctor zipping around all his timeline and being pulled out, and obviously we have the information about the Auton Infinity, which concludes in September. So be interesting to see how it all wraps up. But yeah, a fairly good box set actually, and I'm definitely going to revisit it closer to the time when 42 comes out, the Auton Infinity. Then we have a celebration Big Finish release celebrating 50 years of Paladin. Haroon, Haroon, Haroon. Yes, this was okay. This was an alright box set. I did enjoy it. The first story, Ordeal of Paladin, which is the King Paladin story, where he has a bit of a bromance with an Ice Lord. It's great, and a wonderful little cameo within it, which is great. And then we have the Poison of Paladin, which is, I think, the River Song one. That's good. The Death of Paladin, which is the 6th Doctor and Mel story, which again is good. And then the Truth of Paladin, which is the 8th Doctor one. Amazing, because you get McGann singing the Venusian lullaby, which is tremendous. I love it. And that's one of the main reasons to get it, because you get McGann singing within it. The 8th Doctor, I should say. Wonderful. Speaking of 8th Doctor, we have the Charlotte Pollard Further Adventures, which I love. I thought this was a great box. I definitely do want to review it because I had a lot of fun listening to it. The Mommy Speaks is probably my favourite of the bunch, because it's just so bat crazy with what it's doing, and it definitely feels very authentic to sort of early Big Finish, and I really admire that. And of course we have a sequel to Sword of Orion. Sorry Paladin, what are you doing down there? There, get back up. So yeah, Charlotte Pollard, very good box set, really did enjoy it. And then we have one of my favourite releases of the year so far, which is The Annihilators. I've done a review of this story, so I don't have to go too in depth with it, but I have to say, really enjoyed it. So if you know my full thoughts, check out that review. It's a 7-part season 7 story. What more do you want? And it's a very clever way of doing a multi-Doctor story. I had a lot of doubts about it, but I was pleasantly surprised, and it's one of my favourite releases of the year so far. Speaking of one of my favourite releases of the year so far, see that segue, we have Old Friends, the concluding part of the 9th Doctor Series 1 Adventures. Amazing, probably my favourite box set of the bunch. And what a lovely surprise to have the Cybermen in it, in the 2 parts of the Brigadier. But you have a wonderful story called Fond Farewell, which is very evocative of 2005 Doctor Who, and it's just made me really excited because I feel like this is when we get the 9th Doctor Adventures, and I feel like it's such a strong box set and definitely my favourite of Series 1. And I'm looking forward to Back to Earth. Really good set of stories, and I'm hopefully going to do a video dedicated to Series 1 of the 9th Doctor Adventures very soon. Continuing the Russell T Davies theme, we have Mind of the Hodiak. Damn, I'm smooth with these segues. Yeah, the Lost Stories. Me and Luke did a stream on it, reviewing it, and Damaged Goods. Yeah, I'm going to be honest, it's not the greatest story, but it's a Doctor Who oddity. It's a curiosity piece to go, what was Russell T Davies' first known Doctor Who script like? And it's pretty good. It is pretty good. I'd say it's a 7 out of 10. I definitely think Damaged Goods is a stronger story, but I think that it's a nice little curious piece, nice little oddity in the Doctor Who Big Finish collection. But yeah, if you want to know my full thoughts on it, then check out the live stream again. I'll leave a link in the description below to that so you can check out our review on Mind of the Hodiak and Damaged Goods. I can't think of a witty segue for this one, but we have the 8th of March. I guess continuing the Russell T Davies feel with these characters. But yeah, Protectors of Time. The main reason I picked this one up was because of the Joe Jones and Rani Chandra, but if it's got Katie Manning in, I'm probably going to get it. I've only listened to the Warriors Gate story, which it took me a while to get into because I'm not a huge fan of Warriors Gate. I mean, if you're a fan of Warriors Gate, then you're going to have a field day because it's a direct continuation from it. But yeah, I've not listened to the other 2 stories what feature Jenny and Lady Christina and of course the unit team. But yeah, look forward to giving it a go. I may review it. I may review the other 8th of March box set, do sort of an 8th of March review, taking a look at both of their series so far. And then the final Big Finish release I have physically is Unit Nemesis Age of Volprene, the second part of the Unit Nemesis stuff where we see Bambera and the Quarks make their Big Finish debut. I mean, Bambera's been in Big Finish before with a Lost Story called Animal, which I enjoyed, probably my favourite of the season 27 audios. And of course Bambera has her own series in June, so it's not too long away. I can't comment on this one because I've not listened to it, but I'm very excited to see how the Unit Nemesis stuff continues. Continuing with the Big Finish theme, we do have some releases what haven't arrived yet in the post. We do have the 4th Doctor Adventures Solo, which I really did enjoy. We have the Blood of the Time Lords, which is very much beat for beat the Deadly Assassin, but sadly the last episode it does go a bit downhill, but I had a lot of fun with it. It feels very evocative of season 14. And speaking of very evocative of season 14, we have the Ravencliff Witch, which amazing story, probably my favourite of the 2. It's an amazing, creepy, atmospheric story what just fits season 14 brilliantly. I will do a full review of that box set when I get the CDs, because I do want to revisit it. And yeah, I had a lot of fun with that box set actually. Very good, strong 4th Doctor release. And then the most recent Big Finish release at the time of recording is Stranded 4. I've only listened to the first story of it and I really did enjoy it, and I would like to do a video covering the Stranded series, overviewing it, going from my least favourite box set to my favourite. So that'll be coming up in the next couple of weeks. But yeah, Stranded 4, can't really say too much on it. I've heard good things about the ending, and I'm definitely intrigued to see where it goes and see where the future of the 8th Doctor lies on Big Finish. So that is the Big Finish section. That concludes my Doctor Who collection update for March 2022. You can see plenty of Doctor Who merchandise, plenty of Big Finish books, figures, and of course the Blu-ray Steelbook. So yeah, if you've enjoyed this collection update, then please do like this video, and if you're new around here and you're not subscribed, then please do subscribe because there's plenty of Doctor Who related content coming in the near future. My next video will probably be my top 10 Big Finish releases for 2021, and I will see you in that video. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. So thank you very much, and goodbye.